What exactly is the big idea behind India-New Zealand proposed free trade agreement? In today's editorial, we're going to talk about it. So come, let's have a look. So India and New Zealand have enjoyed friendly relations for many years, but trade between them has remained quite small. Now, bilateral trade goods is around $1.3 billion in around 2024 and 25. Now, India's exports to New Zealand grew by about 32% recently. Both countries are now trying to revive FTA, which is free trade agreement negotiations after years of delay. Unlike old FTAs that focus mainly on reducing import duties, that this agreement aims to make trade faster, easier, and more predictable. Now, what makes this FTA modern? See, number one, trade is not just about tariffs anymore. Earlier, businesses mainly cared about import duties. Today, they are also caring about faster custom clearance, digital paperwork, predictable regulations, less compliance burden, smooth movement of goods. This is why modern FTAs focus on entire trading ecosystem. Then second is compliance is as important as lower tariffs. Now, even if import duty becomes zero, businesses cannot benefit unless they satisfy conditions like rules of origin, proof of where the product was made, documentation, product standards, traceability requirements. The simple example is if India exports garments to New Zealand at zero duty but cannot prove they are genuinely made in India, the tariff benefit may not be available. Third is preparing businesses is equally important. Indian companies should strengthen supply chain documentation, product standards, digital record keeping, export certification, and regulatory compliance. Only then can they fully use the free trade agreement benefits. Now, let's talk about the sector-wise opportunity. First, let's talk about the agricultural sector. See, sensitive products like dairy remain a concern because New Zealand is highly competitive. India is likely to negotiate carefully to protect domestic farmers. Second is the service sector. Now, there's a big opportunity. India has strong capabilities in IT services, healthcare, education, professional services. Easier movement of professionals and students can increase exports of services. Third is the manufacturing sector. Now, lowering the transaction cost can improve exports of textiles, apparel, leather products, handicraft. Now, why is this strategically important? Let us talk about it. See, the agreement is about more than trade. It can diversify India's export market, reduce dependence on few countries, improve India's presence in Indo-Pacific region, strengthen long-term economic partnerships, increase investor confidence as well. There are multiple dimensions. First is the economic dimensions. The second is the governance dimension. Then there is a strategic dimension. Then there is an employment angle also. Okay, you can now work easily after this FTA in New Zealand. And then there are challenges also protecting the sensitive sectors like dairy, high compliance requirements. Small exporters may struggle with documentation. Lastly, need to improve quality standards and certification. This becomes highly relevant for GS paper 2 and GS paper 3, and for essay also this becomes highly relevant. And that is it for today. Thank you for watching.